you already know, Pope Francis died this Monday. Rest in peace. Requiescat in pace. The process for electing a new pontiff is set into motion. Se pone en marcha. Arranca. Maintains pontifice means who builds bridges. In this case, the bridge linking earth and heaven. He died on Easter Monday. On Easter Sunday, he wished a happy Easter. He said Buona Pasqua in Italian. Domingo de Gloria, Domingo de Resurrección, Domingo de Pascua, and Lunes de Pascua. So Easter is going to be Pascua or Semana Santa. Also Holy Week. Look, he wished worshippers. You're going to find devoto, fiel, and you are going to find that word a lot in the Bible. Because worship is adorar. Novendiales, Novendiali and Novendiales in Spanish, it's the 9-day period of mourning. What's interesting here? Notice 9-day period is singular. It's not 9 days, period. Why not? Do you know what? Have you studied that? 9-day, it's an adjective, and we don't use plural with adjectives in English. So this is the reason. What about morning? Morning is mañana. Don't worry. Don't panic. Luto and mañana are homophones in English. This is a typical word which starts at morning. Okay, no. It's not necessary to complicate. It's a morning, okay? It's luto. Mourn. The verb infinitive to mourn is estar de luto. Popes, camerlengo, chamberlain, also chamberlain to the Pope, papal chamberlain, Kevin Farrell, who is responsible of organizing a lot of activities after the Pope's death. El camerlengo. As you also already know, everything's happening in the Vatican City. Just remember, we are checking, refreshing your vocabulary. Notice, St. Peter's, we don't use a point, okay? San Juan de la Cruz, no, just T. Notice also we don't pronounce Saint Peter's, we don't pronounce letter T, but don't worry because it's a different video connected speech. Finally, Sistine Chapel and Michelangelo. Ciudad del Vaticano, Plaza de San Pedro, Basilica de San Pedro y Capilla Sixtina. He was living in Vatican St. Martha guesthouse. Casa de Santa Marta. Once again, 2-room suite. It's not 2 rooms. Can you remember? Yes, because it's an adjective here. Here you are a picture of Cardinals at Santa Marta, like the Vatican Hotel, where guests can stay, for example, during the conclave. It was organized, if I'm not wrong, by John Paul II. On the other hand, the penthouse apartment, the Apostolic Palace, el ático del Palacio Apostólico, is something Pope Francis didn't choose because he didn't want something so luxurious. He also chose a simple wooden casket, synonym of coffin. Ataúd, pine, if I'm not wrong, it's madera de pino instead of ciprés, plomo y roble. Not the 3 nested coffins of cypress, lead and oak, with the lid removed, con la tapa quitada, retirar, quitar. The nest is nido. Van encajadas una dentro de la otra como un nido. His other possibility was a catafalque. Interesting here to pay your respects. Presentar tus respetos. Here you are a picture of Benedict. One more difference. The Pope's ring and lead seal. In English, el sello de plomo del Papa. In Spanish, el anillo del pescador. The fisherman ring. The difference is he didn't want solid gold, so it's plate. De plata bañado en oro, pero no de oro macizo. Rome's Basilica of St. Mary Major, Basilica de Santa María la Mayor en Roma, the place chosen by Pope Francis to be buried. He will be laid to rest, donde descansarán sus restos. To lay to rest, euphemism for to bury. He will be there, a picture of the Virgin Mary, which he liked to pray to. The other possibility was the crypt of St. Peter's Basilica, where popes are traditionally buried. But he didn't want either. Cripta de la Basílica de San Pedro. College of Cardinals, el Colegio Cardenalicio in Spanish, is the group of cardinals who will vote for the Pope. The papal conclave is the meeting where cardinals are going to vote inside the Sistine Chapel. Conclave in Spanish with a key, because they are locked. Remember, to close a door is cerrar la puerta, but to lock is cerrar con llave. And more than this, they are disconnected from everything. Internet, newspapers, for their opinion, their decisions not to be influenced. Papabile, with an English pronunciation, means eligible. But usually the chosen one is never the one who people thought. Papabile o los papables. We are getting to the end of the process. Black smoke, white smoke. Fumata negra, fumata blanca. Also in English you are going to find column of smoke when they are talking about the Vatican. White smokes, the new Pope has been chosen. They burn the ballot papers and add different products depending on the result. The ballot papers, los papeles de la votación. Last time, Habemus papam, we have a Pope. Remember, we have God for informal British English. Now he chooses a papal name, appears on St. Peter's Basilica balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square. Interesting here. El balcón de la Basílica de San Pedro que da a la plaza de San Pedro. You can find this term a lot during your holidays. Panorámico, hotel panorámico, overlook es dar hacia, con vistas a, o directamente un mirador. He makes the announcement and he blesses people. To bless, bendecir. And do you know why am I using small letters for Pope? Because we aren't talking about a particular Pope. I know I'm forgetting a lot of interesting terms, but maybe we are having a second video. Thank you very much and have a nice week.